All right, everybody. So today we're going to be taking a look at the 2019 Volvo XC40 T5 all-wheel drive with Momentum package. Stay with us as we look at this amazing new crossover vehicle. Now in today's review, we're going to be looking at the XC40, but you also have the XC60, and you also have the XC90. We're going to kind of get in depth with it today, but again, we'll be taking a look at the XC40 first and then rolling through the other ones. All right, everybody, so our friend Scott here at Rick Kendrick Volvo was nice enough to give me a quick roll through of the vehicle and let me see some of the things that he thought were hot buttons to talk about on the vehicle today. So we're gonna shut things back down and get the review started right now. All right, everybody, let's get started and take a look at the Volvo here. What a good looking car. We're gonna do this review today my way, old Charleston Car Videos way. We're gonna get down and dirty with it and film this car. So let's go ahead and do that, right? Man, I bet there's a lot of people out there that are just super excited and interested in checking out a Volvo, and I just want to say thank you to the team here at Rick Kendrick Volvo for letting me come out today and film a car, and super nice folks inside there, as Charlestonians always are. And anyway, Scott was super nice to share some great information about the Volvo with me today. And of course, Charleston here is a hub. We have a Volvo plant here in Charleston where they build currently the S60, and we'll be taking a look at one of those as well. So anyways, let's take a look at the 40 here. Not a bad looking car, right? I'm loving the front end and just the line, the body lines on it, the colors, and we'll take a look at colors and all as well. The headlights are all LED. You know, this is one thing that really caught my eye with Volvos coming down the road here lately. I've seen a lot of these station wagon versions of these cars, but it's this daytime running light right here that really makes a bold statement when coming down the highway. You have sensors in the front. I'm also liking the grille with the big straight lines and just how it dips in a little bit. Then the Volvo logo, a nice size there, just as big as my hand. And it just looks really, really sweet. Let's take a look at the alloy wheels. Got a set of 235 55R 18s, okay? You got Michelin tires on here, and again, 18-inch wheels. You can't go wrong with 5 stars, so those are looking good. They also have nitrogen in the tires, and you see the N2 there on there. Now again, this is a crossover vehicle, so it's the smallest that they have in these crossover type vehicles. I mean, the XC90 is a pretty decent size vehicle, but still considered to be a mid-size SUV. I've always liked the mirrors on Volvos, pretty big. Got a nice thin line there for your LED lighting's in the mirror. Blind spot monitoring system as well. Tons of technology, tons of safety. You have your roof racks up top that really kind of give it that rugged off-road look. Your Maroni label is stating here 31 on the highway, 23 in the city for an average combined of 26 miles per gallon, which is awesome. 2.0 liter turbocharged with 248 foot-pounds of torque. Rear end's looking pretty good. You got that iconic Volvo taillight back there in LEDs. This one's all-wheel drive. Also has the tow package on the bottom. Wiper on the back window. LEDs right up here. You have your XM satellite radio hookup up there, the shark's fin. Let's go ahead and see where our button is. There it is there. Power tailgate feature, very nice. Liking that. Looking good. You have your buttons right up there. You have a backup camera right here. This is my first time actually reviewing one of these or any Volvos new. So I hope y'all are enjoying what we got going on here today. You do have your iconic 40-60 backseat split. You do have the ski through the middle. 12-volt outlet. Got your carpeted mats and your rubber mats and your all-season rubber mat in the back. This opens up for more storage and a spot to put your cargo cover at. And there is a spare down underneath. So pretty decent amount of room in the back here on the Volvo 40. Let's go ahead and take a look. I keep calling it the 40, but it is actually the XC40. That moves down nice and quickly. It sure does, doesn't it? What a great color as well. You know, light colors are going to be great here in the south. I mean, it gets extremely hot in the summertime, and these light colors are definitely going to help you to keep your car a little cooler. The interior is going to look great as well. We're going to get to that right now. Let's go ahead and open up the door. Now, one thing that Scott mentioned here a minute ago was the speakers are different on here. Basically, Volvo has gotten rid of the speaker down in the door panel here. This is probably the first time a car manufacturer has done that, and it's added in a lot more storage space, as you can see, and they have relocated the speaker into the firewall, and he says the music and the bass and sound actually comes through the vents here, which is extremely interesting to me. Let's take a look at the seats inside. You got premium leather, looking really good there, right? What a good looking seat. Let's go ahead and hop in and see how legroom and headroom and all that work out today. All right, everybody, we're inside the cabin here. Let's go ahead and put our foot on the brake, hit the start stop engine button, and get her cranked up. There's your key. And let's get the AC blowing, because it is definitely hot today. Let's see where that's at. It says it's off right now. Let's go ahead and cut her on. Well, if we can figure this out, it's our first time actually using this system here. And let's see how nice and cold it gets. We'll give it just a moment to get started. My Lord, those fans are blowing extremely quickly and fast and hard. I'm liking what we're seeing here with the little knobs on it. The steering wheel looks great, by the way. Let's go ahead and close the door. Another thing I'm liking on here is these little squares and stuff. Very interesting. Gives it a very unique look about it. AC's already kicking in nice and cold. Your entire screen up here, as we would call it, you know, you got your tachometer and your speedometer. Everything is digital up there, which is really cool. I like that. And, you know, you can control some of that right through here on the steering wheel. Also over here, you can do your radio stations and all that stuff right through there. I'm trying to get some of that to pull up there for me, but anyways, we'll get back to that in just a moment. Let's take a look at the backup camera, because I'm kind of interested in that. And also, let's turn these fans down a little bit, because, well, we don't want to cut them off. So let's cut them down to number 3. This is really interesting, right? People are so used to either this or that. Volvo's got this going on here, okay? Put our foot on the brake. It's my first time playing around with one of these. Let's see, we'll just keep our foot on the brake and see what this thing does. Okay, so you can go left or right, up and down. We're in reverse right now. And then there's your camera view. Looking pretty good, right? Got that fisheye kind of look going on. Got your guidelines there. Of course, they do move when turning the steering wheel. So that's pretty nice. You can cut the lines off if you want. You can do a tow bar line right there as well, as you can see. So, a couple nice little options there. Go ahead and put the vehicle back in park. Actually, you're going to hit the button down for park. All right, there we go. Electronic park brake here. You know, you got a lot of little storage areas in the car. First, you got your glove box here. You got tons of storage down here. 12-volt outlet, 2 USB ports, radio controls, drive modes, different things like that. This all is really nice. The fit and finish inside the Volvo looks good. That's kind of cool. You just push that down. Let's see what's going on in here. More storage in there. I guess you can... okay, you can throw stuff down there. There's no more outlets in there. Okay, so it looks like all your outlets are right up in here. Your mirror looks pretty interesting, right? Yeah. You got SOS there. Lighting controls here. No sunglass holder up here. The roof in the car is not just your regular cloth material. Almost feels like a tweed type of material. It's kind of hard, but still soft. And definitely doesn't look like you're going to have an issue with that 10 years later falling down or anything like that. I mean, the quality of this car, the fit and finish is amazing. It really is. And it's letting me know that your Volvo is going to be doing just fine many, many years later. And I'll tell you, folks, go out and look at a cross-country Volvo that's 10 years old right now. They're doing pretty good. I almost bought one myself here not too long ago, and I kind of wish I did bought it, but I didn't. Somebody else, I sold it to somebody before I could buy it myself, but I really like even the old school Volvos. They just got a nice classy look about them, and the thing is, many, many years later, they're still a great looking car, and that's really something nice to be said about them. Let's take a look in the back. I'll tell you, my headroom was just fine up front. I'm 6'1". We're good to go. Let's see how the rear room is back here. So with me sitting in the front seat here, a little bit tight in the back, but not too bad. I mean, I can manage with that. And I still have plenty of room to move my seat up in the front. The only thing that I don't like too much back here is we don't have any air vents for the back passengers to blow on you. So, I mean, all your vents are up there, which they're definitely going to do a great job of keeping the car cool. And I can feel some air blowing on me right now, but I would love to have some air vents in the back for in case you had a child sitting here, your kids or a baby, or even adults. You know, you want some cool air blowing on you. Let's take a look at the rear armrest. You got your cup holders right here, so more of a cup rest than an armrest, but that's all right. Back seats feel pretty good. Let's look at headroom. Not bad, got tons of headroom. I'm sure you can get a version of this car with a panoramic glass roof, which would look amazing. Back windows, I like how they're still kind of big back here. Even that one there's pretty big, and everything moves through pretty smoothly on this car. It really is a gorgeous vehicle. And coat hangers. You don't have any handles up top for the back passengers though. So, you know, if you need a little help getting out, you're just going to need to just step out yourself. You only got handles in the front. A little tight in the back, again, you know, for a guy that's 6 foot tall. Got a little bit of storage right here. You grab here to drop that down, okay? And it's got nice solid plating in the back of these seats. I always want to show that to people because Audi is one of the brands that I learned that you always check out and hit the back here. That's a big deal, folks. I mean, if you get rear-ended, I mean, you want some hard plating back here in the back of these seats to keep your kids safe and whatnot. And so that's definitely a positive there. I like that. I really do. There is no reclining that back seat, though, anymore. I mean, that is the spot. Right there, it sits up pretty straight. So I mean, that's your position for your back seat. Nice and snug when you close the door. Not too bad. It's a pretty good looking vehicle. Let's pop the hood open and take a look at that. So when I do that, it actually alerted me on the screen here, letting me know that the hood has been opened up and the key's still in, the car's still running. Let's go ahead and take a look under here. It's got to be aircraft grade aluminum under here because the hood is super lightweight. Where is our button? It's over here to the far right. And there's your motor bay on this car. Wow, it's actually a really big area under here. Very open for sure. Look at that. And the hood is just massive. What a big hood. It actually looks like a really big engine, but still just a 2.0 liter turbocharged engine. Now they do have a T6 motor that's combining a turbo and a supercharger. And from what Scott was telling me was that basically, you know, your regular turbo here is going to have some turbo lag to it. So they've added in a supercharger to get rid of the turbo lag, so you can have a lot of instant power going on there. They also offer hybrid technology as well with these vehicles. So a lot to be learned. I'm still learning about Volvo even just while being out here today. Some of y'all will say, Chad, you got to do all your homework, man. Well, folks, let me tell you something. If you're first time watching with us here today, I like to give y'all my reaction to a video or to a car for my first time seeing it in person, okay? That's the fun to me, is getting out on the car lot and looking at the vehicle for the first time with y'all and letting y'all know what I think about it for my first time seeing it. And again, this is my first time ever looking at one of these in person, reviewing it. So let me know what y'all think about this car. And before we go, let's take a quick look at the Moroni label and see what pricing is on this vehicle. Okay, this is a XC40 T5 all-wheel drive Momentum package. When you add in your Vision package, which is blind spot, cross traffic alert, park assist, power retractable rear mirrors, auto dimming exterior mirrors. Anyways, you add in a bunch of stuff like that, metallic paint, and some extra things, your price goes up to $41,255, okay? $41,255. Of course, Rick Hendrick Volvo of Charleston has their addendum here that brings it up with the window tinting, nitrogen, and ELO GPS. We're at $42,251 for this vehicle. Let me know what you think. And hey, this is what it is in 2019. Pretty good looking car. Stay tuned on the channel. We're going to look at colors, and then we're going to check out another vehicle here in just a few minutes.